Ghana's road sector is drowning in a 21 billion Ghana cedi debt crisis, with the government owing contractors for completed projects. Roads Minister Kwame Govint-Agbodza reviewed the alarming figure, describing the situation as dire. To mitigate the crisis, the government plans to release 4 billion Ghana cedis to revive stalled projects. The minister attributed the collapse of road projects to delayed payments to contractors who often take loans to pre-finance public works. A critical example is the Ofankor-Nsawam Road, which was supposed to be a completed project by July 2024, but it remains in a deplorable state, plagued by potholes and breakdowns, causing frustration for commuters. Emmanuel Jivenu was there and reports.
This is no ordinary road. It is one of Ghana's most critical corridors, the 37-kilometer stretch linking the capital Accra to Nsawam and further into the middle and northern belts. From yams in Yendi to tomatoes in Techima, this is the route they take. But for years, this road has been in a deplorable state. Ridwan Kasim Jamal is a driver and should be in Burkina Faso by now. Instead, he's been stuck here for the past 2 weeks.
My car just twists left and right and my cross members broke it. That's why that my car has been imbalanced like this. So it's the road that is not good. This is where I've been staying. I've been sleeping inside the car tonight. At the daytime, then I'll be going and sitting over there because of the ducts. My car owner said that he's bringing in our new truck to come and offload the car.
It is not just cars breaking down. It is the people too. Drivers, traders, passengers, choking on dust, spending hard-earned money, yet the road stays the same.
The road spoil. It makes the passengers who did the road top, they suffer. Some of the cars, some are 10 city, maybe 10 city, you see. People who did the road top, they suffer. The road, they can't do harm.
It's too dusty. There's dust all around. And because of the bad road, the road is not yet fixed. So it's just bad road for us.
Me can say me per scanning tea. My fine soning bana me nya quite on me nose bra me heads a hiameno.
What was meant to be a landmark upgrade, a project to ease the travel and open up key parts of the country, has instead become a symbol of pain. Years after work began, the road remains in ruins.
And if you look at the nature of the road, it's very bad. If it rains, you can't pass here. And without the rains too, there is too much dust here.
From Amasaman to Saperman, through Mid-Year to Nsawam, the only thing moving fast here is frustration.
The road is not good. Please, we beg, they do for us, please. The road is not good at all. Oh.
Kwano a hair pa, Okoba this Oko shop. And you may have 150 cities in a year, Omanya Kanko. So it's not by no. When you be my and watch it.
To the people who live and work along this stretch, this road is everything. It's their livelihood, their link to markets, their way to the hospital when someone falls sick. So they ask, how can a road this important, one that feeds Accra, carries the north to the south, be left for this so long? Emmanuel Jivenu, Joy News, Nsawam.
So you've seen the sights and sounds from the ground. Let's find out what the figures reveal about Ghana's road sector. And lead data and research analyst right here at Joy News, Isaac Ofieje, joins me in studio. And Isaac, what exactly are the figures saying? I see some 31%. Let's take it away.
Well, sweetie, that is not the only project that has been stalled. Remember, the finance minister, when he was reading the 2025 budget, said that there are some 55 projects scattered across the length and breadth of the country, currently stored because there's no funding for these projects. And we try to do the checks. Roads and bridges actually make a significant component of this 55 projects that we are talking about. But to understand this, you need to look at the monetary value. We understand government has to pay arrears and payables worth about 68 billion Ghana cedis this year. And if you do the math, the component that will go to road contractors alone is about 31%. We've not spoken about hospitals, we've not spoken about other projects. Roads alone, about 31% of that, 68 billion in arrears and payables that we are talking about. The figure you mentioned, that's about 21 billion, roughly $2 billion that government owes road contractors. And you ask yourself a very simple question about road fund. This is a fund that is supposed to solve some of these issues. But as it stands now, per the update we got from the finance minister, the road fund itself that generates about 2 billion Ghana cedis every year is owing 5.8 billion Ghana cedis.
How did that come to be?
Absolutely. It means that when government does the deduction, they don't put it in the account, and the government itself is owing the road fund account. And if we have 5.8 billion Ghana cedis available, we all know what it could do in terms of solving the road problem.
Should governments be deducting money from the road fund for other, expenditure?
In fact, everything goes into the consolidated account, and definitely if government needs money to do other things, they'll find an alternative to actually solve that problem. And in fact, even we've spoken about road fund being owed about 5.8 billion. How about the Ministry of Roads and Highways itself? It is owing 16 billion Ghana cedis to road contractors. And you ask yourself, how are we able to survive as a country when just the road ministry alone is owing about $1.6 billion for road contract that they have actually dished out? Now, for me, this is very, very important. If you look at the contribution of road contracts to cocoa boards, debt. We understand cocoa board is owing about 32 billion Ghana cedis. And we know cocoa board to be buying cocoa beans and all of that.
So how did they end up
Absolutely.
here?
But if I tell you that out of that 32 billion Ghana cedis that they owe, about 67% of that debt is owed to road contractors. And you ask yourself a very simple question. Is that the Ministry of Roads and Highways or is cocoa board? And all of these are currently affecting the non-performing loan ratios we are seeing the banks actually recording, because these contractors will go to the banks for the loans and do the project on behalf of government. Then government delays. What happens? The bank is not able to get the money, so you have non-performing loan ratio rising. So currently, as we speak, the commercial banks we have, every 100 cedis they lend out, they are not able to recover 20 cedis. How do we run a banking sector when government itself is owing that industry or that sector humongous amount? And cocoa board, that's supposed to be buying beans, currently owing about 21 billion Ghana cedis to road contractors. A very interesting figure that we are seeing.
I'm looking forward to see how this administration will turn this around. But of course, the road projects need to be completed so that people can commute from their homes to work without inhaling dust on a daily basis. Let's move on to other stories now. At a press briefing on Tuesday, Senior Project Manager for the Ofankor-Nsawam Road, Engineer Abdullahi Mahama, announced a completion deadline of 6 weeks, pending any unforeseen setbacks. Meanwhile, Sector Minister Nsawam disclosed that government plans to release 4 billion Ghana cedis starting this month to settle part of the 21 billion Ghana cedis owed to contractors. Take a listen.
On the bigger issue of how do we address the payment to contractors, since we have already admitted. If you listen to His Excellency, the President of the Republic, yesterday, he indicated that towards the end of this month, the Finance Minister would be taking steps to retire some of the debt owed contractors so that they can go back to site and complete the work. On record, we are intending to pay some 4 billion Ghana cedi towards retiring part of the 21 billion from this month. I have no doubt that will be on record to be one of the biggest payments at a particular time to make sure that we are serious about clearing the debt and then also paying for or making provision to start the new works we are talking about. It is not appropriate for us to basically sit unconcerned for this to happen, since we have very scarce resources. So it is very clear that the finance minister was doing the right thing by making sure that when we have certificates at road fund, those certificates are not, repeated in the books of Ghana government at another level where we'll end up paying twice for the same project. So there's no doubt that government is committed and will continue to prioritize paying for road works done.
Well, that's not a different story, is it? Let's stay on this road issue for a little longer because the president has been saying something. President John Dramani Mahama says government will begin clearing debts owed to road contractors within this month. He made the announcement during a meeting with the Council of State at the presidency. The president explained that the move is aimed at getting contractors back to site to resume work. He added that the finance minister has made dedicated financial allocations to tackle a significant portion of the areas.